The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Patriots and the Bills coming up next.
Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Bills Stadium here at Orchard Park. Continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
For the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. They'll be led by the Heisman finalist from a season ago, the rookie from Alabama, Mac Jones.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To throw again on second down, Jones. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, we've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there for the Patriots. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This defense for the Bills, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime...
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call grumbling with the ball, Jones.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Gregory Rousseau just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones looking middle, and it's incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
Well, pass complete here to Sanders. Well, he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Big game there for the Bills.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Going deep for Diggs, and that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Then he's got his man here, Beasley. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Moss. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 3-yard touchdown pass. The Bills will add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
McKenzie now to return it. Fighting his way through contact. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Just a fantastic punt return of 80 yards. And the Bills continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd and 2.
They hand this off to Harris.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the give, this is Harris. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Devin McCourty picks it off. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They think they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jones hit in the ball zone. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 40, the 30, past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit.
Pass on for the extra point.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Patriots ready to try again on offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And right side, Henry's got it. That catch good for only a couple. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. From the 31, Jones.
He'll let this go deep for Bourne.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Allen. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Here's Allen. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. Nelson Aguilar and company getting set to go again on offense now. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
Well, to this point, no catches. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we're at halftime. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause.
The extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. Now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the second round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
Second and 11 now.
Back to throw. Jones. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Jones now to throw on third down. He finds Aguilar over the middle.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. There he goes left side. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. This D going to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, winding that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of concussion.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. New England's offense set to go. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd-and-1 situation. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for New England. Oh, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Looking to throw. Jones. But it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. Touchdown, Patriots. Jonnu Smith. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Pats are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Nick Folk for the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
They'll start on the ground with Moss.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time.
Devin McCourty picks it off, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Jones throwing on first down. It's brought in by Harris. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Back to throw. Jones. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Kendrick Bourne there to make the grab.
And the Patriots get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Folk connects on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And it's looking like they are going to get the victory here, and it will not be one and done in these playoffs. Of course, you remember the disappointment of 12 months ago, and they're trying to erase that memory right now.
Singletary, a first down and more, and he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
They'll run on first down with Moss.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They go right back to Singletary. Room here to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Now Allen going to give it to Moss.
He can't get him down. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. It gets them down to the 6-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
They'll give this to Moss running right.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
They'll look to run with Moss.
And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
They'll look to run with Singletary. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on, just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them 1 step closer.